Yo, what's up? And welcome to the next episode of the Next Level Podcast. And call me Morpheus from Matrix because we about to start hacking up in this bitch, bro. All right, yeah, that's why we got the sunglasses on. We up in the Matrix. Now, you told me that we was gonna be hacking some houses.
What are you talking about?
How we gonna hack these houses, man? Is there a mainframe we connect to? How do we do it?
Yeah,
We're gonna plug in.
it's a dealio here.
We're gonna plug
We're
in.
gonna find the back door.
Ooh, find the back doors. Usually in the back of the house, right?
Yep, we're gonna
Yeah.
slide in.
So what is that? What is house hacking? Is that the term or is that what it's known as?
So are we hacking the AC or like what are we talking about? House hacking?
The refrigerator
Oh, hacking the refrigerator?
and the stove.
What do you do with them?
I got no idea, bro, but it
Put
just
it-
makes sense.
Put them in
Yeah.
another house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called theft.
Oh.
That's not hacking.
Well,
You
on
can bail us
hackers,
out.
criminals too.
Yeah, it's true. Financial criminals.
Financial criminals. All right. So what do you mean by that though? Like you don't mean we're gonna hack a house, right? We're not gonna hack into the mainframe or grab a hatch and just hack at the house. What are we doing?
No, it's when you get creative on how to either pay your payments or how to make more money out of a house. So
So step one.
it's kind of a slang term
Okay.
for getting creative with creating or generating income.
Using your current property.
Or using your current state or position. If like you're like, hey, I have this house and I need to pay this mortgage.
Okay.
I live here by myself
Mm-hmm.
and I have 5 other bedrooms. I live in a 5-bedroom house. I have 4 other bedrooms.
Did I inherit this house? That's a lot of rooms.
No, you bought this house.
Oh, I'm doing good.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now you got to make the mortgage.
The mortgage, the PIMIT is insane, dude.
So you like it though. But you like the house.
Yeah, I love the house.
You love living in the area.
I have to hold parties every single weekend
Have to.
and charge like $100 per entrance.
That's a house hack.
That's house hacking right there?
Yep.
It's a form of
Dude,
house hacking.
the
Yeah.
pool parties get lit, dude. It's crazy.
You could buy a house and be like, dude, I'm going to buy this sick ass house.
Yeah.
and
then,
the parties you throw, they pay for it.
Exactly.
Dude, let's
Yeah.
go buy a house, man.
Just started
Yeah.
a little company, house hacking, party style. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
put the sunglasses back on. Yo, what's good?
Yeah.
Right. It's like resort style.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Saturdays are like all day Sundays are pool parties and then Saturday nights kicks it off
Yeah.
Yeah.
for like a club. It's
Yeah.
like a club in there.
Yeah.
And
And
then
we got an
Saturday's like
ID.
it's like a day party. Got
Yeah.
a DJ out there.
DJ out on the pool. We got
Gets-
the pool noodles.
Got lounge chairs around the pools.
Yeah, I'm
Some
bartending.
Yep.
Got a little tip jar. They don't know I'm the owner of the house. Freaking Gatsby style.
Right. You're just like I'm the house manager.
Yep.
Just like to make sure that the house is in good order.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or
So this is extreme house hacking. What is actual?
What's the most common in,
Yeah.
in
You
real
know
estate
what?
investment?
One we've been seeing lately is called pad split.
Oh, our
That's a-
boys over at Phoenix. We saw that over there.
They're national.
Wow.
But the guy we met was what's that?
It is funny.
Wow. Yeah. So they're national, but they're bringing it. That guy runs Phoenix directly, but we see it a lot around like college campuses. You see it around areas that are real expensive to live
That makes sense.
because you can maximize the profit off a house. Because if you buy a house and you're like, well, I can rent this to a family.
Well, when I was gonna go to university, that was like one of the conversations. I was like, well, we're gonna have to have roommates.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like that's a house hack, but typically people like we're gonna have to have roommates and we're all renting from somebody.
The owner, right?
The
But
owner,
in
but
this case,
You own the house,
Mhm.
and your like intentions are like, I'm gonna buy this nice house. I'm gonna live in a
Mhm.
room, but I'm gonna bring in some roommates to help me share this cost.
oh, so I could be like, let me look what the market is over at Tempe or North or Flagstaff, find a property near a university, and buy one with intentions of having college roommates and have them pay it for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a form of house hacking. Like there's a seller we're helping out now that we're helping him sell his house. Now it's we're helping him sell it on the market. But right before, he talked to us, he'd been renting out all of his rooms. So
Mhm.
it was like a 4-bedroom house. He stayed in the master, and then the other 3 bedrooms he rented them out, to just random people. So
Yeah.
it's he didn't. I mean, in Yuma, I don't think there's pad split, is there?
No.
Like, okay, the company. So that's pad splitting, and there's
Where
Wait-
they're buying the house.
And you're literally
No.
splitting the pad by adding walls and
yes,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well, they have like a
That's the
common area.
company-
You have like a common laundry and a
Uh-huh.
common living and a common kitchen.
But it's almost like you're making a triplex in there or a fourplex.
yeah, everyone has like their own key to their
And
bedroom
it's
door.
private because there's walls separating everything.
Yes.
But the rooms, like the laundry room, that one, there's access from all points.
Right.
Stuff like that. Okay.
yeah. So that's a form of pad splitting. I'm sorry, a form of house hacking is doing
Mhm.
that pad split sort
Pad
of
split.
situation. Yeah. So another thing you could do is you could buy it's called a, let's say you buy a duplex or buy a triplex or buy a
Yeah, that's
fourplex.
the most. That's the most.
This is the
common.
most common is when you live in one unit and then you rent out the other unit and that pays, let's say you have a duplex, right?
Mm-hmm.
You live in unit 1 and let's say your mortgage is, I don't know, give me a number.
$2,000.
$2,000.
Okay, $2,000. Okay, so you live in one, your mortgage is $2,000, and then you rent out the other unit. Let's say it's a 2-bed, 1-bath. They rent out for what, like $950?
Mm-hmm.
$950. So basically, you just paid for half of your mortgage. Somebody else is paying the other half. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's house hacking. And then another thing is, imagine if you get a triplex. Now you can potentially pay for your whole mortgage if it's $2,000. You know, probably be a little more. Let's say you get a fourplex. You live in one unit, rent out the other 3 units.
Perfect.
Now you're living for free.
Yeah, and what's nice about that, you don't have to share common space with people.
Yeah.
So the ideal would be to do on, like Bailey said, a multifamily, triplex, duplex, fourplex, but people are doing it on single family houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a multifamily. It's possible with what you currently have. You can
Right.
make it work.
Yeah, you can make it work, and I know guys that are like around a college, they're buying everything around a college because they buy that house, and they're like, hey, I got to send my daughter there or my son, and their friends need to go are
Mhm.
going to go there as well,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm going to buy the house. My daughter will live there because I have to pay, her tuition, her housing anyways.
Yeah.
And now her friends or her parents or her friends' parents are all going to pay me a monthly.
Let's go.
Yeah. So it's strategic. I mean, that's something we don't see in Yuma, like but we do see it with the seasonality. We do see it with the seasonality of season
Yeah.
of agriculture, winter.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, one guy will buy a house and then he knows all his buddies coming down from Salinas need to rent a room
Mm-hmm.
and he rents out the rooms.
Oh, yeah.
I see that all the time.
I've seen it too, man. I've seen
And you can really,
you can pack that in even if they don't have
dude,
a
they'll
bed.
put bunk beds,
Yeah, it's crazy. They'll
Yeah.
get those like ones made out of like a canvas or something.
cots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll put a cot up. I mean, it's just a place to sleep and stay. But think about that. That guy's getting his mortgage paid by those
Exactly.
other guys. But those other guys, too, are like, well, it benefits us because we don't have to rent a whole house.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a big one right there.
Yeah, so everybody wins.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the win-win situation,
Mhm.
so it makes sense.
So it sounds like house hacking is with the intentions of you trying to live for free or being a part of the property that is being used as an investment.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the upside of the coin. There's two sides to there's two sides to every coin, right? So let's talk about the cons of that real quick.
Wait, hold on. Let's end it here before we talk about that.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
Okay. Yeah, and only positives. But the cons to that, like this guy we're helping him sell his house that I was just talking about. I asked him, okay, how'd that go? He was not happy with it
Oof.
because the people that he rented it out to, they didn't. You have to compromise because somebody else is living either in your same house, or if you got any multifamily in a unit next door. But if they're all living in under one roof, I mean, you're living under the same roof with these different people.
There's
so-
only one backyard. There's only so many bathrooms.
Mhm. Only one, let's say only one kitchen. So,
That's right. Only one kitchen,
Yeah.
only one living room.
so
yeah,
there's,
so for me, like, I wouldn't want to do it. I don't think I'm the type of person that I'd probably be a good roommate, but I don't know if people want to be roommates with me. I just wouldn't want to do that if I didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
But I know guys that are just, that's what they want to do. They're just like, as soon as they buy a house, they they want to grab roommates.
Yeah, it depends how you vibe. You know, like we know somebody here who does that. They own a house pretty close to where you live,
Yeah.
and he's got 2 roommates, and they're all chilling, and there's
they
like
vibe.
harmony over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do well. Yeah, so there's, yeah, I mean, everybody's different. Every situation is different.
Yeah, but like you said, it's work, and
Yeah.
and if you like that situation you're just talking about, they know each other. It works.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
If you're advertising it, I see a lot of them. Hey, room for rent. I'm like, really? Somebody's gonna rent out their room? But they do it, and sure enough, they got this complete stranger renting a room for them.
You don't know who they are, man.
Yeah, but I mean, 99% of the time, it'll work out. It'll be fine. But it's just, do you want that comfortability in your own home?
Yeah.
But it definitely, in the expensive areas, like you take like LA, New York, San Diego, the list goes on. It's really expensive, like 5,000,
Oh yeah.
8,000 bucks a
Like
month.
in LA, I see how that it has to happen. You know.
Yeah, you got house hacking
it's
all over the
almost
place.
Like, yeah, if you're working regular job in like California, yeah, you have. I mean, it's
You
almost
probably
like
got 3,
have to.
4 roommates. Yeah. People sleeping on the couches.
Yeah, you have to.
You're renting
Yeah.
Or survive.
your doghouse out in the
You gotta
backyard.
do what you gotta do,
Letting the
man.
shed out. Yeah.
Yep. One of the rooms smells like dog piss and everything, but the other ones are clean. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yep.
You gotta survive in this world that's
That's
very
a house
grim.
hack though, but if you had to make a mortgage, and I guess I would at that point, if you have to
Yeah.
pull out all the stops.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys, speaking of California, I don't know if you guys saw, it was on the news it's like 2-3 weeks ago.
What happened, bro?
So this lady, like, there was just a picture of this lady getting arrested. And I clicked it and watched it, and she was getting arrested in her own house because there were squatters in her house. But in California, whatever the rules are, I don't know the rules. Can't really speak on it, but I know it's not a landlord friendly state. So
No,
yeah,
definitely not.
yeah, there were squatters in there. Squatters, meaning that, they're paying they're staying there without making any payments or anything like that. They're just living there for free. And so the owner went in to try to get them out herself, and then the squatters called the police, and she's kicked out of her own house.
No
Yeah,
way.
and she can't get them out because it not being a landlord friendly state, it takes forever. It costs a lot of money to get them out. So
Oh, that sounds like a horror story, dude.
yeah, that's why you see, like, in
It's
California,
nasty.
all the windows are like boarded up on all these vacant properties because the owners, obviously don't want people to get in. So because once they
Holy
get
crap,
in,
yeah.
people are smart, and then California, you gotta be careful.
Ugh.
I've heard some horror stories over there, but I've heard there's good and bad and everything, right?
No, I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of bad over there. I think
There just
it
seems to be a
happens.
little more risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you have to. So if you want to get rid of a tenant over there, Nick, we have a buddy, Nick.
Shout out Nick.
He lives in San Jose, but he has a lot of rentals in California, and once they move, so like if you sell the property, and you say you buy a property and you inherit a tenant,
Yeah.
and then that tenant's like, you want to get the tenant out, you want to raise the rent or whatever, you ask them, okay, we're raising the rent, you have to leave.
Yep.
You have to give them, I think it's 2 months notice. You have to
Whoa.
pay to relocate them,
Hmm.
and then pay their rent. The difference of what their rent was going to be and what they were paying, because obviously the rent's going to be higher, most
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
Pay the difference for them for like 1 year
Damn.
Damn.
to get them out of the house, because
No
you forced them.
freaking way,
You forced them
dude.
out of a house that they were living in at a certain
Yeah.
amount, and because they have to go find another one at a different amount, you have to pay the difference plus move them.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's wild.
Damn.
They definitely need to change some laws over
Cali
there.
be crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking twice before I rented my places out.
Yeah, but the hyenas though.
I don't know anything about that. I'm married.
All right, just
concur.
testing you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
concur that.
Bam, bro. So house hacking, there's like so many ways then, huh? It's crazy. There's so many different ways you go about it. There's ups, there's downs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're seeing more and more ways to get creative on it. I mean, obviously, people Airbnb.
Mm-hmm. ADUs is another way. We've talked about
Yeah,
that
ADUs,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome way. When you have
Yep.
like a, guest house or something to rent out.
Mm-hmm.
Airbnb a guest house.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
like it. Oh, there are people that Airbnb their house but like they Airbnb the main house, but they have an ADU in the back or something.
Yeah. Another thing people do, and you see it a lot, like here in Yuma in the foothills, is they'll somebody will have like just a a lot, and then they'll have like a one bed, one bath unit, and then it's a big enough lot to where they have like 2 RV hookups.
I know.
And
yeah.
they'll get RVs and do hookups, and then they'll rent out the RV spaces and use that as income.
Yeah, the winter visitors have been house hacking for years.
They've been doing that since.
Dude, they know.
Forever.
It's the knowledge, man. We got to talk to them and be like, yo, lay it on me, man. Tell me everything.
Yeah.
They've been through some stuff, dude.
No, I knew one guy. He's
"You
like,
house hacked?" They're like, "Get out of here."
he's trying to add
What are you talking about?
like 4 RVs. And his neighbors are reporting him.
Man,
It's
these
like,
guys.
no, you got room.
Dang, that's crazy.
You got room to pull up.
Pull up.
Yeah, pull up your RV.
Pull up. Yo, pull up with the RV.
Yeah.
Felix always takes
Yeah.
it somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna teach them slang, and then they're gonna teach me how to house hack.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep them young. Keep 'em
Mr.
youthful.
Jones is Mr. Philip Jones is gonna pull up, be like, "Hey, yo, what's good?
Yeah.
How we doing,
And
Clay?
you're gonna be rolling in dough.
How we doing, Clay?"
How
When
you
he,
doing,
when he
homie?
rolls up like that, that means he showed you all his moves. He showed you everything.
He's be
Show
like,
you all his
"Dude, I was house hacking since 1975. Really? No cap." He's gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that's another way people house hack is they have the RVs and stuff like that. So, man, you can, if you have a space on your property. I mean, sometimes it doesn't. My opinion doesn't look the prettiest. It's people house hack anything they can find on their property, but
Yeah.
teach their own.
Yeah, and people house hack rentals.
Mm-hmm.
They'll rent a place and
I remember that it's on the contract. You can't do that.
yep,
You can't do that.
you're subletting. You
Yep.
got to put it in the contract.
Yep. They're house hacking. They're a house that they don't own.
Right. Things
Yeah.
have gotten real creative.
They have for real.
Yeah, sometimes too creative.
All right. Well, that's house hacking, guys. And we can get in depth. If you want to go more in depth, go ahead. Come over to the office. We're over here by 4th Avenue, right across the Pizza Hut. Everybody's welcome. You can stop by anytime. And we love to go into detail about these topics with you. Don't forget about our monthly Yuma REI meetings every second Thursday over at the 4 Points Hotel by Sheraton. And we love to have you there. We're just going to bring even more education over at those events, prizes and food, and it's going music and the ambience. But most importantly, the network and the connections that you make over there.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yep.
So
So
per.
1,000 per day. So this is Next Level Podcast. We don't buy properties. We buy problems.